Okay, so the next step will be these little rubber feet for the vibration. We want to mark out on your brake rotor and punch a center, about 4 of them all the way around, and then we're going to put this on the drill press, drill a hole, and mount those up on the bottom side of the drum, which will be on this side, and they'll mount up like so. Yada yada yada, all the way around. And so we're going to run this out on the drill press over here. And we want to always want to clean your mess up from your previous. Always put that in the trash or in your scrap metal recycling bin. Alright, so I'm going to come back after I drill those holes and I'll show you. Okay, now once the holes are drilled, you're going to want to pick out your screws. And what I do is, so the screw doesn't go all the way through to the other side, and that you have to put a nut on it. I prefer not to do that. I get the tap, and I'm going to tap all these holes, and then I can screw the feet onto the bottom, and then whatever sticks through on the other side I can just cut it off with a saw. And it's a nice flush fit and it looks nice and professional. So I'm going to tap these and then I'll be right back. Okay, after you have it all tapped, you want to get your screwdriver, run those all in tight. So we're going to pick out a screwdriver here and we're going to run those down. There's a good one. Always pick out a good one. So you get the idea. Hold on. Okay, now once you have those all bolted down, you can flip it over. And that will make that brake rotor much more stable. And then we'll just take a grinder and we'll just nip those screws right off all the way around. And then you want to take a grinder and you want to clean this up around this hole real nice so you can weld to it. And then the next step will be we're going to cut our pipe. So I'll go to that and I'll come back to you with the pipe cutting. Okay, now that your pipe is cut and you got all the welds off the scrap piece of pipe and you got your rotor cleaned up, your next step will be you're going to want to weld this fast to the top of your rotor, and then Next thing we're going to do is we're going to do a little more cutting because we got to make a pedestal top. So it'll look like this then when we're done. Brake rotor on the bottom, piece of pipe, some C-channel, and your bench grinder. So I'll be back and we'll continue with sawing. Okay, welcome back. Here's where we are. I have the post spot welded to the brake rotor. You can see, and when you do this, I recommend using these triangle magnets. 2 would be sufficient. I did it with 1, and then weld it around there. All the way around you want to go, and that'll hold that post in real good. So the next thing will be, oh, there they are. I forgot where I put them. Next thing will be putting our tabletop together for the bench grinder. And that'll look like that. And then that'll get welded to the other end of the post. Oh, snow puppies. Yeah, if you didn't know, it's snowing out today. It's Sunday in January 2026. Alright, and I'll be back to you after I weld that. Okay, welcome back. I had a little bit of a camera problem. Not a big deal. I'll catch you up. So the base is welded up. The pipe's welded fast. And this is where the camera had messed up. So I cut these 2 notches. And they're going to fit around this right here. And that'll sit right on this like so. And it'll drop down to the notch. And we'll just weld that on up. So the next thing you want to do is, this isn't quite like level. So what you want to do is you want to get that triangle, magnetic triangle, and you want to level it up using that. And put a level across the top. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, it is only going to hold a bench grinder. But I mean, you want to get it to look about as decent as possible. So... but that's what it will look like when finished. So I'm going to get that welded up, and then I'll get back to you here in a couple of minutes. Okay, so here's a recap. I flipped this upside down, and if you remember, it's a brake rotor, and we welded a patch in there so because the hole was too big for the pipe. And here's an upside down view. We welded, this will be where the bench grinder mounts to. We welded that fast. And turn it right side up. And that's the way it's going to look finished. So you can paint it whatever color you want. And top it off. I took a piece of square tubing here, a little bit of cleaning up on that, and we'll hang that there, and we'll cap off either end. And after we cap that off, that'll be your oil dip tray. So when you sharpen something like a drill bit or something in that manner, this will hold oil, and you can dip it in there and cool it. So, yeah, there it is. And it's snowing again. So, everybody have a happy February, and enjoy 2026. Hope it's better than the last. Okay, I'm out.